Okay, good evening ulit, fellow Reds. Magandang gabi, mga kabayan natin, mga fans ng Manchester United. Welcome to Pinoy Shot Surrenders. So again, uh, tonight with me, we have Carl, Kent, and Kevin. Welcome back, Angry Man. Gary's having some technical difficulties. He'll be joining us in a little while. Uh, the season wrap up, in a way, confirmed second place, no? Uh, at sa kanina, Kevin, no, when we were preparing, relegation is confirmed as well. So it's Fulham, West Bromwich, and Sheffield United. And then it's really just our final that has bearing no games sa atin ng United next week. But before we go into that, I want to go into to get your reactions first during the Fulham game. I know some of you caught it live. Ako nagdalawang isip pero hindi ko na rin napanood. Sarap matulog eh. So, Carl, were you able to watch it live and kamusta? What's your reaction on the 1-1 draw with the first time that fans are back in Old Trafford?
Yung draw, medyo disappointed ako dun sa draw. Kasi ang ganda ng opening ni Cavani kaso hindi na natin nasundan. So, medyo na-disappoint ako dun. And marami tayong chances. Tapos, again and again, yung deficiency ni Juan Bisaka, natutulog lagi siya pag nag-cross galing kay Shaw. Nag-inside run yung si Brian. I think, wag naman sana, natatakot ako for the final. Baka abusuhin ng Villarreal.
Yung ano ba nila, does very well play that way? Do they go wide? I'm not sure. Kasi sakit natin lagi, whether it's Juan Bisaka or whether it's Luke Shaw, whenever our side shifts into one side, tapos biglang may cross, hindi na malayan there's a far, may biglang susulpat sa malayo and our fullbacks are not aware of it. Kent, how do you think we can address that? No, there's a number of goals this season that we conceded that way. No, so ikaw, Kent, what's your reaction to that game? In particular, that defensive lapse that led to Fulham's goal.
Ang sa akin lang for that, may mga pagkakataon kasi na alam naman natin na in the current system ni Oli, integral yung akyat baba ng mga fullbacks natin. So, well, maganda na nakaka-adapt naman na si AWB dun sa offensive roles na dapat niyang taglayin bilang isang fullback. Pero yun nga, nawawala yung organization minsan kapag napapa-overcommit. Then biglang nahuli na natutulog. Well, may ganyang times din si Shoy. So, ang problema dito kasi one cross in, pag wala yung dulo dun sa may far post, katulad dun nangyari sabi ni Carl, dun sa goal ni Joe Bryan, wala. Natulog yung depensa natin doon, nahuli, nasa lisihan. So, it's really about organization at the and masasabi ko na yung kay Juan Bisaka, konting hasa pa, experience. Pero talaga, kinakabahan din ako kasi syempre, we have a big match upcoming, the Europa League Final against Villarreal. And yun nga, the stakes are going higher than next season. Especially parang naibalik na natin yung tag natin bilang isang title contender. Though not yet really in the most strong way that we want to own that tagline. Pero if we really want to be a genuine title contender, dapat mas maging organized tayo sa ating depensa, and we don't let those lapses we don't let those lapses make us regret in the end.
Hello? Sorry, I was on mute. Oh my gosh. we're having all technical difficulties tonight, no? So anyway, I was saying, what a day. Anyway, as I was saying, no, buti na lang Leicester lost to Chelsea later that day, and that basically guaranteed second place for United. If not, we'd be thinking about another lineup for for the Wolves to have a strong lineup and balance it to prepare for the final, no, against Villarreal. So Kevin, ikaw, ano masabi mo sa nangyayari natin sa game natin sa Fulham?
I was just ano na lang ako, pinapanood ko na lang sa GC natin eh. Sa group chat natin because I was so just being knackered about it. But the one takeaway here is good thing our supporters are back. And they made their noise loud and clear. Na hindi actually parang yung main course yung yung protesta natin. That was the supposed Liverpool match. And they are relentless in addressing their grievances. As I said before nga, 'di ba? If they're parang pag sa mahinahon, violent na yung response, what more pag ano, 'di ba? But 10,000 in Old Trafford is a welcome sight. I hope with the restrictions being eased sana and everyone getting their jabs, sana we will see a full house Old Trafford once again. And good thing those 10,000 had already witnessed the quality of Edinson Cavani. That equalizer was a proper way to make yourself known at the Stratford end. That alone is a great importance because ayun nga, all season long puro closed doors tayo. Now at least the supporters had seen Cavani in the flesh and the quality that they possess.
Actually, di lang yun, no? Kasi we know Cavani's quality. We know how he's the only striker in our squad who can make those kind of runs in the box and who has the guts or balls to try that kind of shot, no? Our opener. Gary, are you okay? Are you doing okay now with your connection? uh, do you have any? I know you're the stats guy. Do you have any stats that are standing out during the Fulham game and during our past 2-3 games where Maguire is out? Anything that stands out for you, Gary?
Ko nga, mute ako.
Ayan.
Ayan. So, what I did was I actually compiled the stats for United after 37 games. So, na-compile ko yun. In fact, I'll be able to show it to everybody later if we have time. Pero one stat that really stands out to me is the number 8. That is the number of goals we have conceded from pieces. So, titignan niyo yung, I don't have it up with me right now. Ilan yung goals allowed natin? Hindi ko have it.
Goals allowed total. Goals allowed total for the season is 43.
Ayun. 38 doon sa goal na yun hanggang sa set. So, teka ha. Tignan ko lang yung calculate lang natin.
38 set piece goals. Did I hear that right?
88% of our goals we conceded have come from set pieces. It's
wow.
Not sure. I'm not surprised kasi alam naman natin lahat that is an area of the game where yung real duels natin doon tayo medyo nahuhuli. So we've conceded a lot of goals from set pieces. That one stat about it, yung actually nakalagay dyan, no? Tumbling those plays na nadapa na tayo malapit po. Because the form has really been, nag-drop talaga. Even with Luco, with the others, the highlight of that game was Dinson Cavani's goal. Pero, uh, yun, I'll say that conceded a lot of goals set pieces. Ayun. Mas muna ako.
All right, guys having some technical difficulties talaga, no? But that's a great grabbing stat to point out, no? 88% of our goals that we considered are from set pieces. Like if we did better, in any way, kahit konti lang, who knows, di ba, kung anong position natin sa league table pala talaga, no? All right, so knowing yung mga botas natin, no? Um, is the Wolves game something that we have to adjust pa? To adjust our shortcomings from the past three games, or do we play the kids to avoid injury? What's your take on it, Carl?
I, uh, I, I think kailangan natin magseryoso dito. Lalo na malaking kalaban talaga yung Villarreal. So, dapat, as much as possible, we get momentum kasi medyo out of form tayo since, di ba yung Burnley game, we won that. Dapat yung Roma 6-2. Tapos after that, medyo nagkanda loko-loko na yung form natin. So, I hope that we could take the Wolves game seriously, tapos finish it off, then laruin yung mga bata or sila Donny kung bibigyan ng pagkakataon. But we have to establish sino ba talaga yung magiging back 2 or back 3 ba tayo sa Gdansk. Lalo na final yun. We can't mess that up.
All right. So Carl says we have to field a fairly strong lineup to prepare for the final. We have a couple of viewers commenting in. So we have Julius and Julio. And Julio says for him, he's willing to let go of the Wolves game if it means we preserve the injury status, or we have a lot of injuries bigla this stretch of the season. So how about you, Kent? What's your take on it? How should we approach the Wolves game in preparation for the Europa League final?
For me, dapat nating seryosohin. I share Carl's sentiments. Hindi na sana darating sa ganito kung naging tiwala lang tayo na na kaya nila. Kaso yun nga, na-injure bigla si Harry Maguire. Then itong form na nangyari, biglang bumaba yung form ng lahat, na apektuhan. And as kumbaga, one injury changed the course of our season sa pagtatapos nito. And there's no other way na makagain tayo ng form unless we take the Wolves game seriously and play yung ideal starting 11 para sa Europa League final. We really need to to kill that game, to send a message to Villarreal na eto kami, we're back, maaring na-injure si Harry pero we just finished up this our season with the bang, and bibigay din ng confidence para sa fan base na these lads are ready to fight.
Okay, so we have two of our panelists saying that we have to feel a strong lineup in spite of the injuries that we have. So we have Maguire, who's probably not going to play against Wolves, and then we have injury concerns with McFred. O, di ba? Baka mamaya mamiss natin bigla si McFred. Ikaw, Kevin, how should we approach the Wolves game?
I would like to see na parang we could go all out, pero with the way na we already secured everything. We secured second, we secured our spot in the Champions League again. Also, we're preparing for Villarreal so that we could avoid any scouts, element of surprise. So probably 90% put the kids in, and 10% on me wishing to have Lee grant his start on the Manchester United goalkeeping kit, for Christ's sake.
Oh, yan. Nag-give up na kay Sergio Romero. Si Lee Grant naman daw yung mag-start. Not sure if he's in the lineup
Yeah,
though.
I'm not sure pa, di ba? Kahit si Romero wala sa Premier League squad, di ba?
No, wala. Si Sergio wala talaga.
Yeah.
After the
So, Liga it is. Liga it is.
after no,
Liga
because we signed
super
we upgraded Nathan Bishop so I'm not sure if it's Nathan Bishop or Lee Grant who's the third. I have to check in a while, no. So given this and in the build up to or in between the games, of course, transfer rumors have been building up, and the usual has been
transfer window
oh
window, pero
sarado pero ganun talaga. They
Ah.
they need they need clicks. That's why they involve United in almost every rumor. So what you have your Harry Kane. You have, of course, Jadon Sancho is our staple for the past 2-3 years. You have Varane. You have who else? Sino ba sa midfield? Parang wala pa sa midfield. You have that winger from Denmark. I can't remember his name. I'll get to the name later. But realistically, though, we have all these rumors. But who do you think is the most likely? I mean, kahit hindi mo wishlist na mapunta sa United, but who's the most likely to arrive in a transfer window, knowing the Glazers' attitude in transfers and knowing the patterns and what Ole wants and needs. Tingin nyo sino talaga yung darating? Carl, sino tingin mo darating next season?
I think English player. It's either Sancho or Rice. Feel ko talaga tapos yun yung big money signing natin. Tapos yung the rest medyo add-ons na lang. So I'm expecting at least Sancho or Rice to fulfill parang English quota. Parang may ganun na binibuild sa atin, 'di ba? Parang almost every window may English or at least taga UK na player, Dan James, AWB, si Maguire. So baka either doon. Pero most likely siguro si Sancho, lalo na kasi medyo mas mura na siya at kailangan bumawi ng Glazers sa atin. Pakitang tao.
Oo nga. Although ang issue naman daw kay Sancho, if you sign Sancho, then you stunt the development of Ahmad. And then si Greenwood maging squad player, which I don't mind. Greenwood being a squad player because he parang kumaka 1 year pa bago siya maging full-time striker natin at the very least. Okay, Lawrence says Pau Torres. Isa-scout na raw natin siya sa Europa League, which has been na-link na rin sa atin sila last season, if I'm not mistaken, si Pau Torres because he's left-footed and I think he's good on the ball. Kaya ikaw, realistically, sino tingin mong darating sa atin sa transfers?
Sancho. The reason is it's like a novel. It's like the Twilight Saga, ganun. Ilang season na parang nagpahayag na si Sancho ng intention na I want to play for Manchester United, then nakikipaghagil yung Dortmund, then hindi na siya tinigilan ng fan base ever since. So ang inaasahan ko talaga is with the recent events and gaya ng sinabi ni Carl, gusto magpalakas ng Glazers sa fans, so malamang they'll try to pump up the transfer activity this summer. Sa tingin ko talaga si Jadon Sancho yan. Although di ko rin madi-discount na baka si Rafael Varane kasi yun nga recently na nangyari sa natin sa depensa natin. Kumbaga yan na rin yung naghahalo na yung sentiments ng fan base na yung iba maaring gusto si Sancho pero ang gusto nilang i-prioritize ngayon is center back. So talagang although parang tawag doon, hindi pa klaro yung sitwasyon ni Rafael Varane sa Real Madrid. It depends on Zinedine Zidane staying as their manager. Pero fans are literally bugging the management, sila John Morto, to take a look at Rafael Varane as the most important signing this summer.
Oo nga, sabi nga si Varane, pero sabi nga nila, dahil first choice ni Ole si Varane, hindi mo ko si Varane. Baka si Ben White or si Tarkowski. Kasi nga, first choice si Varane and then we also always get a second or third choice. Tapos may rumor pa na si Lingard, baka hindi kay Declan Rice gamitin, no? Makagamitin kay Harry Kane, which is Yun ang parang pasikat signing kung sakali kasi it's just a luxury signing for me. Ikaw,
Pati
Kevin.
Marshall daw.
Ha, pati si Marshall. Scope
Ay,
up.
swap deal. Swap deal. Swap deal daw, balita.
Yun nga eh. Para swap plus cash. Pero ikaw, Kevin, sino tingin mong darating? Yung realistic kasi syempre may magusto tayong makuha. Pero realistically, who do you think is coming in?
Wala pa akong nakuhang clue kasi wala pa akong nakuhang clue. Pero medyo matagal-tagal pa rin yung Sancho, pero forget Erling Haaland. Forget him. His dad will never forgive us for what Roy Keane did to him. But it all boils down to either Sancho or Varane lang talaga because we're oversupply of wingers din. Ang dami natin bala sa wings natin. But having Varane because we need a center half talaga. Unless we recall Axel, 'di ba, from loan. And also we still have Chong on loan in Bremen. I remember correctly. So yun. Kaya it's so funny, natatawa na nga daw si Boss Jeff kasi background ni Kent, pati rin kay Carl. But yeah, it all boils down to priorities lang talaga. If based on our needs, probably Varane. But based on what the fans would clamor, could have been Sancho, or if pag binbuenas tayo talaga, we could have them both.
Sana nga. No, we lost Kent. Ayun, si Kent bumalik na. Grabe yung technical difficulties natin today,
Ang init
Pero
na iniinit pa ng ulo natin.
Kung nandito si Gary, ayan, si Gary nandito na. Gary, nandiyan ka na ba?
Yeah.
Gary, nandiyan ka na ba? Hello? Ayan, Gary, are you there? Hello? Hello? Anyway, let's go to the comments first. So sabi ni Lorenzo, yeah, Powder is a rumor, but is also a good signing kasi baka makatipid din yung Glazers, no? But yeah, the problem with the Kane, if it's a Kane transfer, is Daniel Levy, of course. And then, okay, Julius is posing another question for us, no? Sino naman yung aalis to make room sa squad, no? That's a big question. Sige, baliktad tayo. Ayun, Gary, nandiyan ka na ba? Hello? Talaga tabigil. Si Kevin mo, pero nakabit kayo ata. Mulis ulit. Unahin ko muna si Kevin. Kevin, sino tingin mong aalis sa squad natin from this season?
Ang hirap because Matic and Sergio Panigurado alis na yan. That's for sure. Yun lang yung ko. Matic and Mata are questionable or 50-50 because probably kailangan natin sila for veteran leadership. Those two.
But I think Mata is expiring naman anyway, right? If I'm not mistaken, he's expiring.
Yes,
but, and
May
also,
option to extend ata yun.
Yeah, but wala pang announcement to extend Unlike si Bayi, in-announce natin. Sino ba? Although wala pa namang farewell video, si Ander, ang aga ng farewell video niya Numabalik siya, di ba?
Pero seryo talaga. Seryo for me. Pero it will be a big surprise if Dave leaves, but we needed Dave. We definitely needed Dave. Sobra. If he gets us to win in the Europa League, luck na yan for the Champions League next season. The Premier League and the Champions League is his. Ganun lang yung kasimple.
Actually, no? Para sa goalkeeper, for a while, Dean Henderson was doing okay. And then biglang the past 3 games, medyo naging shaky. I think it's because of the chemistry. So, David's been stepping up and doing well with shit defenders, diba? Kent, ikaw, sino tingin mong aalis?
Phil Jones.
Parang hindi pa nga aalis si Phil Jones.
Hindi, kasi baka maging Jack Radwell moment natin yan na tipong kailangan na umalis para para mabawasan yung wage bill tas ayaw pa rin.
Yeah,
Pero
oo.
we need Phil Jones to move on. Medyo malaki din yung kinakain niyang pera sa wage bill. Then Lingard as well. Makikita natin si Lingard na nag-excel sa nag-excel sa ibang klase ng tactics, ibang team. So kailangan na natin hangga't maaari i-cash in natin yung form niya. Gusto ko i-suggest sana si half-hearted pa ako, Anthony Martial. Pero
Ingo,
I agree na
Ingo.
let's
May magagalit.
Wala si Mr.
pero
Post.
pero ako kasi kailangan pwede naman siguro na pagbigyan pa natin ng isang season si Anthony Martial.
Mukhang pwede pa pagbigyan ng isang season nga dahil sa kontrata din niya, kaya pa. Carl, ikaw?
Saka probably make or break na rin si Tony eh. And
Most likely, yes. Carl, ikaw? Tingin mo?
Okay. Siguro pinaka-realistic talaga. Si either Matic or Mata. Isa dun eh. May isang aalis na siguro dun. Si Matic siguro pupunta kay Jose sa Roma. So, tapos ang sa goalkeeper, tingin ko talaga aalis si Dino. Since mahirap igalaw yung wages ni Dave. Tapos medyo shaky din siya. Tingin ko binagbigyan lang ni Oli ngayon ng chance na run of games, lalo na 'di ba nanganak yung asawa ni Dave. Tapos hindi niya na-establish talaga na parang it's his eh. So shaky pa talaga. So I think between the two, lalo na sa wages, si Dino mas madaling igalaw. Tapos talaga si Phil Jones, sana naman maawa naman siya sa career niya. I mean, he's 28, 29. He hasn't played a lot. Sayang yung potential niya.
Mukhang gusto lang niya mabayaran and then, steady lang siya. Ikaw,
may dadagdag ko nga pala Probably we could let go Smalling na rin. Or
wala na. Tagal na si Smalling. Sold na yun.
Wala na. Binenta na sa Roma.
Tagal lang sold yun si Smalling.
Sold na pala yun.
May reunion sila ni Jose.
Nag-time travel yata si Kevin. Ano ko ba?
Pero
ikaw, Gary, kaya na ba, Kari? Hello?
Oo, kaya.
Kaya na, okay.
Siguro, definite one. Part of me, it kind of breaks my heart to see him go because he's really been a professional for us and he's been a great support to the club. Pero I think time na he goes to a league that would be able to to maximize his playing ability at this stage of his career. Matic definitely, and yun nga, sabi niyan, Carl, I will not be surprised if Jose gets him for Roma. Si Chetty, pagdating sa presyo, I'm not sure if we can get a substantial price for him. Kasi expiring na rin yung kontrata niya. Sa goalkeeper situation, I think ayoko magsalita, but I would want Dean Henderson to be our number one next.
Si Carl. Si Carl Bisiken. Si Carl sabi, si Dean Henderson alis. And then, we have some other comments on the topic. Si Tahith, we're not sure. He was hyped when he was in the youth team.
He's on loan.
Yeah, he's on loan.
Belgium yata.
Club Brugge. But not sure. Sayang. He was hyped when he came in. But no. Good evening, Vinny. Welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in. Si Amir, ayan, isa pa, Marshall fan club. And he picked Dean Henderson over David De Gea. I mean, to be fair to Dean Henderson, he was doing well before the Maguire injury. Siguro laking bagay na tatlo silang ball carrier dun sa likod. Kasi when Maguire was gone, wala. Yun na, parang biglang he didn't have the same command in the box for some reason.
So might be a chemistry thing. Sa atin. Yeah.
So given the situation, I don't think David's gonna be let. Well, I don't want to let go of David. Yeah, a couple of months ago, I would have said that, but seeing this development, parang di pa, no. And speaking of injuries, McFred is injured.
Ayos.
Gary, sa tatlong to, wala naghanap ng CDM sa transfers na realistic. So, parang malabo pa. Pero yeah, McFred is injured.
Alam kasi natin na kailangan, pero parang tingin ko hindi ibibigay agad.
Oo nga eh.
Teka nga pala,
Can
speaking of
Carrick come out of
big pala,
retirement just for the Europa League final? Wala na
Mas-
tayo midfielder.
Oo nga.
Oh.
pero speaking of De Gea naman, I think fatherhood will be one of the biggest goals in life, and De Gea scored a huge one. So I'll give him a huge pass on that. Hindi mo rin kasi not any there are a lot of not even a lot of God level saves that would describe the joys of being a first time father. So probably that's the most satisfying thing in life na rin. So
In fairness to De
give it
Gea,
up.
he was good on the ball the last game. Like he tried his darnest to play like Henderson with distribution with the feet. No, I'm not sure if you noticed that, but he tried and he was okay. He was awkward. He was really awkward about it, but he was
Actually.
effective in a way. Pero mo, Cavani assist quote unquote that was from him. Yung isa pa yung kay Ahmad, that pass to Ahmad down the middle during the last few minutes when you're trying to get a winner. Isa pa yun, di ba? Grabe. Hindi rin biro. So I think De Gea responded really well. Responded really well with the challenge put in front of him with Henderson challenging for the number one. Okay, some other comments. So for Lawrence, yung mga alis, Mata, Matic, Phil Jones, Marshall, De Gea. Bitin ng 100 million dyan for me. If we're talking about De Gea and Marshall. Pero si Mata expiring, Matic is on discount. Phil Jones,
Jones, 60 million. Take it or leave it.
we might need to buy out Jones. Ayun lang. Ang concern naman ni Amir, baka mag-diminish pa na value ni De Gea. Then again, if we sell him next season, when he's recovered this form, and then maybe Dean Henderson has a bit more experience under his belt, baka mas sulit pa. No? We don't know. But
Ito pa yung
that-
here's another question that I think hasn't really been thrown out there. If we do decide to sell David De Gea, which clubs would be able to afford his salary? Yung wages niya ang problema doon. Kasi mataas, I think he's, kung yung kakamali, either the highest or the highest.
he's the highest. 375 a week.
Ayun, in terms of wages. So, kung iisip mo yun, how many clubs do you think would be able to put up that kind of money to afford the wages ni Dave? So, ilan lang yan? Mabilang probably sa may na to.
But if you
The next
notice, our transfer out strategy recently was to loan them out first. We share the wage bill, we loan them out first, and then we sell. Kumbaga, sulit ba yung paglaro mo sa iba, sulit ba yung sweldo mo doon, di ba? I think that's a way for them to manage the wage bill, and it worked with
Trial period
Smalling.
muna.
Parang try it for 1 year. If ayaw mo, di balik ka. Kung gusto mo, discounted yung sweldo mo, di ba? Maybe. Parang ganun naging strategy nila eh. And si Pereira pa ganun, Andres Pereira, you have that problem.
Ba pala?
Oo nga, no?
Si
Diogo.
Diogo Dallo is just a mixed bag altogether. He's very good going forward defensively. He's been wanting, but we need that right back depth, if you ask me. Okay. So speaking of depth, our midfield depth is shot. But I think since it's a Europa League game, Matic and Mata might
Andun yung
actually
hope natin.
might be perfect for them because it's a European game. They play a bit slower. What do you think of that, Gary? Tingin mo, would this kind of game suit Matic, and we wouldn't really require what McFred brings to the table?
For this game, I'm probably taking the half-empty approach. Kasi I'd rather look at it in terms of how Unai Emery is going to view the squad. or the team. So kung makita niyan ay hindi makakalaro si Maguire, hindi makakalaro si McFred, he's going to be able to construct tactics that will counteract or that will against that particular, will be a handicap for us. So yun yung ano ko doon na definitely ni-scout tayo, and Villarreal's coming off really yung last game nila I think 1-4-0 kalimutan ko sa kalaban nila.
Korea.
Yun. So
The former Europa League champions. Ayun.
so hindi basta-basta yung tinalo nila doon. It will be interesting. Kasi, honestly, hindi ko alam because if we do strategy, there are pros and cons to that in terms of the style of play. Pero definitely tatargetin yun ni Emery yun as part of his game plan against us.
How about you, Carl? Do you think Matic will be good enough? And is this a perfect game for him since it's a European draw and where the teams play a bit slower than the English Premier League?
I think, unless, basta hindi lang siya ma-abuse ng pace ng Villarreal. Si Chukwueze ba yun? Yung right-sided
He's
player
injured.
nila.
He's injured.
He's injured. Okay. So medyo ko. Kasi mas okay siguro rin kasi baka mabigyan niya ng experience yung back two. Baka inexperience kasi sa combination it's either Bailly or Tuanzebe with Lindelof. So siya yung magbibigay ng protection talaga nun. And I think kaya niyang mag-dictate eh. He has those games na kaya niyang talaga control. Parang nung last season, 'di ba, nung the run natin to third place. Isa siya sa vital doon, 'di ba? Kasama ni Pogba sa as sixes. So I think kaya niya 'yun eh. Lalo ngayon hindi naman siya masyadong gamit. I think he will do his best na talaga ipakita na yung worth niya since parang gusto pa niya nung maglaro sa top level eh. Tapos magandang pro din siya. I think he will show his quality sa final. Kaya hindi ako masyadong worried. Basta wag lang siyang ma-injured against Wolves. Yun lang talaga.
Speaking of that, di ba? If we want to play Matic sa Villarreal, who would you play against Wolves? Ikaw, Ken. Do you think Matic can manage the Villarreal game and if ever he's being safe for that? Who do you think will play against the Wolves with McFred out?
Sa tingin ko we can see someone in the midfield like Pogba to go deeper. Kasi ang problema kay Matic, actually maganda nga na makalaro siya sa Europa League Final. Yung experience niya, yung composure, magaling siya mag-keep ng possession, tsaka mag-break up ng play. Tsaka bibigyan niya ng parang insurance yung back to natin na para maiwasan na yung mga posibleng kalat moments, ganun. Pero provided na dapat yung kasama niya dun sa midfield, 'di ba, McFred yan, siya isa. Tapos masipag umakyat yung isa. Kumaga kayang umakyat nang wala siya, nang hindi siya kasama. So para lang ma-save yung energy niya. Sa tingin ko he'll get Iran against Wolves. I can see Ole not starting him. So, bale i-rotate siya. Siguro good 20 to 30 minutes ganun. So I can see baka mamaya makita nga natin si Tuanzebe sa midfield because he can also play DM as far as I'm concerned. Napaka-versatile nung lineup. Pero ang mahalaga, we save him from the Europa League Final. Bold claim ko lang, pero maganda siguro, no? McFred replace with Matic and Donny. Sa tingin ko, may positive effect yan.
Okay. Oh. Pwede. Ikaw, Kevin, okay ka ba na si Matic lang yung maglaro sa Villarreal or McFred pa rin?
I'm not sure pa kung ano bang magiging update sa injuries nila, but I would say na for the rest of the squad they had to be ready. Ganun lang, they had to be on standby mode kasi in case of emergency nga at least meron kang mahuhugot So let's see if all depends na if both Matic and Mata will be traveling with the team to Poland. Pero let's cross our fingers na sana hope both McFred are okay. Yun na lang. Because we needed those. Yun na yung mas batak eh. But I hope na Ole still has his managerial brain in tip-top shape because he needs dito talaga matatest yung depth natin. Ito yung impyernong fixture natin after that protest. But I will not blame the supporters. That's it.
Si Ram naman sabi, why not play Phil Jones? I don't think he can technically play because, again, he's
Wala.
like Sergio Romero. He's out of the official lineups for both Premier League and Europa League. Tama, no, Gary?
Yes,
not
wala
there.
sila.
Yeah. Okay. So, to segue into the next episode, because since the season is wrapping up, there's a bigger, closer to home football activity that's going on, and that's the preparation of the Azkals for our World Cup qualifiers. And if I'm not mistaken, Asian Cup qualifiers din ba, Ken?
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Combined.
combined, no? So, Gary, what are your thoughts on the run up to the preparations? I've read that there have been a lot of issues, and there's the citizenship issue pa.
See.
So, what's your take on that, Gary?
um, if I'm mistaken, and no, the guys from the panel correct, it's the continuation of the last qualifier. Ba? So I
Yes.
I haven't checked the table. Alam ko third yata tayo. Are we third?
Yes, we're third behind Syria and China.
Ayun. So I think the top two countries from that group will qualify for the next stage sa World Cup, and then yung third
I think third and fourth, pero group winners lang daw yung sigurado, tapos best runners up. So bale our tiff with China might be our battle for second spot talaga. Doon talaga
Okay.
magkakapatan. Since
Okay.
we already played Syria twice and we lost them both.
Okay. Thanks, Kevin. I've been reading the papers a lot, particularly yung interviews nila kay Dan Palami. And of course, they're trying to gain magandang preparations namin dito sa Qatar ba? O sa ayun.
Qatar,
So,
right? Hindi Dubai.
Yeah, Qatar. They will be leaving
Sa
by
Qatar.
next daw.
Oo.
Yun na yung balita.
So they'll be playing the other countries that are also practicing there. So if form is something to parang ano yan parang Forrest Gump yan eh. It's like a box of chocolate. You don't know what you're going to get. And also, if I'm mistaken, wala pa yatang finalized lineup. Do we already have a roster? Kasi yung nakikita ko dun sa website, parang hindi pa yata finalized yung names doon. So,
And also, yung social media din natin.
yun. So, ako, if they get if the Azkals are able to prepare the way supposed to, kasi right now, third is already a good spot for them. I don't, the gap is between second and third. Pero I hope the boys are preparing and something positive will come out of it. So ang dami nangyari, but the best we can do is to be able to respond to that versus.
All right. Si Ram sa Qatar siya, no? So he's looking forward to getting a pass. So sana nga, no, para maparid mo and you give support to the team, no. Carl, any thoughts on the preparations that the Azkals are going through right now and the issues that are surrounding the team?
I think understandable siya since may pandemic. Mahirap din gumalaw-galaw eh. I think may issues din talaga sa visa. Mahirap din talaga mag-process ng papers. Although yung isang ko lang is sana nakahanap sila ng mga na mas malakas na ano ba yun na kaibigan sa Senado para sana sumabay na yung naturalization ni Bienve.
Eto.
Ito na. Ito na yung debate. Ito na yung debate.
Wala pang debate sa next
Debate.
episode yun. Ano tayo ngayon? Comment muna. Sa next episode tayo
Comment lang.
ngayon.
Kasi alam naman natin na may mga senador at congressman na kaakibat yung SBP. So, sana maisip din ng PFF yun, lalo na yung mga football playing provinces na mga senador doon. Kasi papogi sa kanila yun eh. Kaso, hindi pa ata nila naisip yun na sa PFF. So, hopefully, maisip na nila in the future kung magdadagdag sila ng naturalized player. Pero yung sa lineup, medyo, ang hirap kasi nung sa iba yung marami siyang issues. But hopefully naman ma-resolve yun. Tsaka, yun lang talaga, ma-resolve yun. And maging ano pa tayo yung sa pool natin sa local leagues na dumami pa yung teams para hindi na mabunot from other leagues. Mahirap din kasi magpaalam. Buti nga pinayagan si Neil ng Birmingham agad eh. So, I really hope na
yung survival nila. So, okay na rin.
Oo.
Yeah, I think the close season naman eh. Ikaw, Kent, what's your take on the ongoings of the Azkals? Next episode tayo doon sa mga call-ups. Kasi hanggang ngayon, di natin sure kung sino.
Preview lang to ng susutin namin for the ano. So, bale, yun lang. So, Kent, take it away.
Hanggang ngayon kasi wala pa tayong fixed lineup. So, how about you, Kent? What's your take on it?
First of all, mahirap gumalaw sa pandemic, especially I think yung pagbabalik ng NCR to ECQ last March, it didn't help eh. Kumbaga, I think yun na sana yung kung hindi lang nag-rise yung cases that time, nagtuloy-tuloy na medyo nag-stabilize lang yung cases, siguro nakapag-prepare na in advance yung PFF regarding this. Pangalawa, sobrang dami nating overseas na call-ups. Hindi rin natin kontrolado yung quarantine doon, yung rules nila pagdating sa pagbiyahe. Yung sa Germany nga, parang pinagbabawalan yung iba na bumiyahe. Discouraged silang bumiyahe. So, it affected. And pangatlo, yung kay Bienve, it's disappointing. Nasabi na ni Carl yung dapat na masabi. I don't want really to go into specifics with that. Pero sad to say na parang marami pa tayong dapat gawin para yung pagdating sa pag-basketball ang dali eh. I don't want to, I also play basketball, pero parang kailangan din nating konting gapang pa, ganun. Sa lineup, dapat may na-release na eh. I don't know what will happen, to be honest. Wala pang call-ups. So, mixed bag yung mga nakikita nating pangalan sa social media. I just hope na makarating sila doon on time to get the tactics going. It's international football.
Yeah.
Mahirap ang tactics dyan.
Chemistry matters.
Again, three matches sa China, 3 matches in 12 days. So, conditioning pa nila. Yung iba dyan, baka biglang mapilay na lang. So, I just hope that the boys will fight whatever happens. Kumbaga, bilang fan, kahit sino nandyan na willing lumaro, especially ngayong pandemic, it's a life risk yan eh. So, sino gustong lumaro, what I can only demand of them is to play every game with the hearts out on their sleeve representing the country, and they already have my full respect and support.
That's right. I would like to say first hi to our friend at All for Edits too. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying our lunch break.
Hey,
Mr. Stewart, I love his finger foams. Yeah.
So just first to information, we're just talking about the national team. We're actually going through the World Cup qualifiers I think for the longest time now, we haven't been going through the World Cup qualifiers until now.
Never,
right? This is the first qualifiers that we're going through, and we're just playing in the Suzuki Cups, like our regional cups. But so this is a big thing actually. Here, just to wrap up the discussion, Angry Man, what's your take on the current issues that are bugging our national team?
Heto na.
Mapapabot tayo ng isang oras dito sa ito. But Carl and Ken had said everything na, yeah, tama, I would agree on all of them. And Ken, you remember yung usapan natin dati about BNB Marañon. It's medyo na iffy lang ako with regards to bakit lagi nilang sinasabing defanged ang Azkals without him. And we did even make it to the Asian Cup without him. And etong pinagsasabi nila. Before that, I have no disrespect to Senyor Marañon. He had deserved to become a Filipino. He deserves that 100%. But yung mga fellow supporters natin na masyado silang pa-doom and gloom with that messiah mentality that got us this kind of presidency. Pero yun nga, that messiah mentality has to stop. As what the two battle rappers had said, sinabi nga ni Kevin at saka ni Marlon, wag nang hanapin ng wala. Whoever's in Qatar, who will be flying tonight, I have massive respect to them. So, it is not yet final until the House of Football has released its final lineup. And, ayun nga, yung but again, first things first, I don't it doesn't work when we had that messiah mentality, specifically to Mr. Marañon, who I had a full respect on him becoming a Filipino. Sinapuso niya yan. Props to him. But I don't like yung mentality ng iba natin mga supporters din, especially to our friends in media din. Na kakalabas lang ng on the other podcast. But again, first of all, whoever's in there Qatar, we're going to China, deserves our full support. Huwag nang hanapin ng wala. Yun na lang.
I think it's really shrouding an issue between getting the best team out there and
Yes.
also, appealing to the bureaucracies that hey, football is a good sport that we can excel in.
And may I add
we can use support. Okay.
May I add lang, huwag na tayong umabot sa point na parang China rin tayo on being desperate to naturalize, especially what happened to El Quezon. His first visit here was a nightmare. We held them in a goalless draw. So yun, we held them in a goalless draw, and probably that was the last two matches of Marcelo Lippi in China. So with a new squad, with a new gaffer, let's see how it turns out a year after. Pero China is still China. They're not in the Asian Cup final for nothing.
I don't think we're. I mean, you can disagree with this on this. No, I don't think we're on that path. Naman, we're going to naturalize every single foreign player in the PFFL. But at least, kumbaga, we're still on that fill something recruitment strategy, which is not bad. Because, but Ken, sige, to wrap up the discussion, what's your thoughts on that?
Ang naging mahirap kasi sa atin, ever since the Miracle of Hanoi happened in 2010, medyo naging mabagal yung natin yung transition to a new set of national team players that will take the reins over Phil Yang husband, James Yang husband, and the other Azkals legends. Parang nagde-develop na rin yung grassroots natin in a very good pace. Pero kung ikukumpara natin sa mga kapitbahay natin sa Asia, medyo lagging pa rin tayo. Medyo prevalent pa rin talaga dito yung pay to play. Yan din yung problema ng US sa US eh. Yun na natin eh. So, hindi pa rin popular masyado yung academies. Yung leagues natin kokonti lang yung clubs. And yun nga, it did not help kasi integral yung grassroots program and yung strong domestic league natin into forming a stronger national team. So para nangyari tumanda sila yung mga national team legends natin
Yeah,
na din sila
so
nakatikim ng
true.
championship. Um
Mm.
ang sa tingin ko ang dapat hindi naman matagal na sinasabi ng ibang fans na hindi naman talaga natin kailangan mag-naturalize, and I agree with that. Sobrang dami nating pwedeng itap sa iba't ibang sulok ng mundo thanks to the Filipino diaspora nung 70s at nung 80s at nung 90s. Oo, saludo. Oo, marami 'yun. Ang
Up to
kailangan
now,
lang
up to now.
siguro natin, kailangan siguro natin is first of all a very good system. Kumbaga pag-uusapan pa 'yan eh. Gusto mo ba maglaro para sa Pilipinas? O ito ang meron kami. Pag naglaro ka sa amin, ito yung mabibigay namin sa iyo. Kumbaga may pangumbinsi na. Then at the same time, improve scouting. Kasi ang mas maganda bata pa lang natututukan na natin, ma-integrate na natin sa under 23 or under 22 or under 23 program is already building up eh. Pero kailangan pa siguro ng konting push na yung mga batang nasa overseas makuha natin. Pero overall, ang pinaka-key talaga dyan is to strengthen local football. Tayo, we are fans of Manchester United, but at the same time, the first and foremost, Pilipino tayo. Kumbaga, bago ako namulat sa pagiging Manchester United fan, naging fan din ako ng national team muna. So, bilang isang fan, kumbaga, tayo, nakikita natin kung ano yung mga nangyayari ngayon, yung mga challenges. Siguro it's a call to action for us na let's do our part din to help local football in the little ways that we can. Pero for now, yun yung masasabi ko sa overall sentiments ko regarding this Kung ano yung nandyan, let us support them, and hopefully with this, kung ano nangyari ngayon, marami tayong matutunan. Not only the PFF, not only the players, not only the coaches, but us as fans too.
Tama.
Totoo.
And I know mabitin kayo sa discussion Azkals, but we'll extend this discussion a special Azkals episode this coming Saturday. So to our viewers, watch out for that one. We'll do that before we do the Wolves preview. Hopefully we have the guests lined up, confirmed soon. So that's a bit of a surprise for everyone. But thank you everyone for your thoughts tonight, for the Fulham game, for the transfers, and for inputs on the Azkals situation. So thank you, Gary. In spite of your technical difficulties, you've able to join us and you've been giving your thoughts. Carl, Kent, and Kevin, in spite of the short notice, thank you for joining us. Thank you to our viewers. Don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. Nasaan na ba yun? Yan. So don't forget to like and subscribe. If you missed the rest of the show earlier, you can watch the replay on YouTube or on Facebook. So until our next episode, which is most likely Saturday night, it's another Saturday night special for everyone. We'll see you then. And mabuhay. And glory. Nanin natin. Pero baka ma-red tag kayo pag nakaganyan. So ingat.